I noticed a big thing is you guys have a lot of tits and more weed in your redos. Which I'm for, by the way. But yeah, again, how close will it stay to the
Well, I can tell you this. This movie has the smallest amount of weed of all of our movies. But there is a little bit in there.
Oh, okay.
You know what? When we remake a movie, we try and take the things that we think are important to the story, and we try and maintain some of those things like weed. And then beyond that, you know, Sam and Jackie and the writers, we all kind of talk about what it is. And so there's not a roadmap for this movie. There are things that you will certainly recognize from the original, but I think Sam, and I'm speaking for you and I shouldn't be, but Sam wanted to tell a different story, so things will be familiar, but I don't think that people will feel it's the same storyline at all.
Okay. Just to add, I don't smoke weed, by the way.
Okay, cool. Me neither.
This question is for Jackie Earle Haley.
Okay, please speak up.
This question's for Jackie. Who would win in a fight? Rorschach, Freddy Krueger, or the guy from Little Children?
Oh, man.
Freddy.
What do you guys think? I tell you what, we're going to take this to the audience. Who would win, Rorschach or Freddy? There you go.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. You know, it's super exciting. The trailer looks really good, but I have to wonder, you know, why remake Nightmare on Elm Street? It's like one of those classic films, and just, it's not gonna ruin it because it looks good, but why remake it?
You know, my feeling on that is it's kind of like getting to reintroduce this to the new young adults. You know what I mean? It's like we had that, or you know, I got this in '85. When did this come out? '85, '86? 82. Or in there, it's getting to reintroduce it to this new generation.
You know, if I could just jump in for a second, I mean, I think a really good example that we've talked about at the studio and everything else is I think Tim Burton's an amazing filmmaker, and I think his take on Batman was incredible, and I think Jack Nicholson did a great job playing the Joker. But I also think Christopher Nolan's take on The Dark Knight was a completely different take on the same sort of origin story and the same sort of characters. I think you have to think of Nightmare in the same way. You have to think of this movie in the same way. You really do. And if you guys have an open mind and come to it like that, I think you're going to see a lot of things you recognize and things you love and things that you're going to rediscover.
Thank you.
We have time for two more questions.
Hi, I just wanted to know, I've noticed in a lot of other horror remakes that getting into the backstory of the character, knowing too much about them, it sort of made them less horrifying. How do you plan on preventing that this time?
Well, I don't know that, I can't compare it to any of the other ones. I can just tell you that the movie we made here, this movie, is horrifying. I don't know how to, you know, I don't know whether or not it makes it less scary or not. This movie is terrifying. And different from, at least for us, it's different from any of our other movies. No?
Hi, gentlemen. Thank you for coming and spending your day here with us at Comic-Con. My question is, makeup-wise, Mark Shellstrom and Kevin Yahar did the makeup for the original series. Who's doing your makeup, and how has Freddy's makeup changed compared to the other movies?
Andrew Clement designed the new Freddy, and I think it's just grounded in more of a reality, but it's still got some boogeyman integrated into it. I'll tell you, it was an arduous task getting in and out of that stuff. It was like 3.5 hours in and about an hour just getting out. But I always kind of felt like if I had tried to go out into the world wearing the makeup, you know, not wearing the sweater and the fedora and stuff, like going into a 7-Eleven, I think people would have thought it was real. So I think it's scarier. I think it's more disconcerting and alarming.
Thanks very much, and thank you all for coming today.
I hope you'll join us on
Thanks a lot, you guys.